Okay, hi travelers, Tara here, and I'm going to bring an open romance reading right now. I hope everyone had a safe, happy, and sane holiday. The holidays can be crazy. And those of you who did Black Friday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and today Cyber Monday, that you guys are are doing so with caution and prudence. I'm going to tell you, I would not purchase any electronic items, especially if they've been deeply discounted or first versions under this Mercury and Sagittarius retrograde phase. You know, I know the temptation is to get that 5,000 inch screen TV, but you might want to hold off. I understand it may be a deep discount, but the question is, do you really need a TV that damn big? So anyway, I'm going to bring you this open reading. Now, what I would like for you guys to do is to mark your calendars for Friday. I'm going to try to bring you, I'm going to bring you a live reading. A live open reading. We're just going to pull a deck of cards and we're going to open them up. I'm going to say around 7 p.m. CST, which is Central Standard Time. Please do the conversion for your own time. If you are not able to make it for the live reading, I think YouTube saves it so you can come back and view it later on. And then within the next few days, I'm going to be posting up the December mini crosses elementals for you. Website members, the December individuals and the December romance are posted. You are able to see those now. I didn't get a chance to send you out the newsletter, so I'm telling you now in this. And also I still have that sale going on for the conjure reading, for the Akashic records, and hell, there's one more. I don't even know what that is. Oh, for the transit tutorial. That's what it is. So if you are interested in perhaps purchasing, and the conjure reading and the Akashic records readings is $100 off. And I'm not going to be offering this anymore. You know, this is it. This is for the holiday. I usually try to help people get a fresh start for the new year. The conjure reading, I don't know, is $10 off, as well as the transit tutorial. And so this is an opportunity for you to clear some of that energy, to put the foot on your naysayers, to see what may be coming up for you with either of those readings. And if you're interested, of course, I do have my other readings for those of you who are not interested in that level of work. You can always click the I right there on the upper right hand corner. That'll take you directly over to the website. Everything's set up and ready to go. The sale will be ending, I want to say Friday, around 8 p.m., 7 or 8 p.m. Typically when I run these, I get a lot of people that come in that want to get these readings. So this will not be offered again until next year. Okay. I always put the Akashic Records on sale at the end of the year to try to help people get clear for 2019 or the coming year. Anyway, to make a long story short, that's that. I'm going to be utilizing the, what are these called? Hell, I don't even know. The Impressionist Tarot. There you go. We're going to clarify with La Vida Sibila. Then we're going to pull 3 playing cards on those cards that seem to be a little out of whack. And then we will, what do you call it? Wrap it all up with the Romance Angel card. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, so I've already shuffled these and done some meditation, so I'm just going to pull the cards out. I'm going to do a reverse pyramid spread where the very first card is going to represent either the person and or the situation. Then the second row is going to tell us what the effect or the timing is. The third row is going to tell us pretty much what can be done or what should be done or what might be happening. And then the last row is going to tell us what the outcome can or may be. All right. This is general. The messages will not resonate with everyone. That requires a personal reading. Here we go. Queen of Swords. I will show you these cards. That's our situation, okay? This is our person. So maybe you are an air sign female. Maybe you are a soldier. Maybe you are a dentist, a doctor, a chef, a writer, an editor, a surgeon. Somewhere where, if this is not your sign, this is about what you may do for a living, okay? It could just be your energy right now, right? There's a Two of Swords. So there's a decision and something you are not quite sure, perhaps, what to think about it, what to say about it, how to process the information, how to pass the information on, because that's what swords represent. Thoughts, belief, perceptions, and ideas. Communication. Here is the Hermit. Wow. Maybe some of you have completely withdrawn from a situation, okay? I think you are in one respect in command of whatever. Maybe this is a plan that you have, you want to put into action. But at the moment, you may feel extremely isolated, okay, as you are doing these mental gymnastics. Three of Coins. Ace of Wands. I will show you these cards. And then here's an Eight of Cups. Last row, the Hanged Man. Well, the Death card, the Page of Cups. Wow. And the Ace of Cups. Isn't that something? So I have two court cards, two swords. Did I say cup cards? I meant to say court cards. The Queen of Swords, the Page of Cups, the two swords, the Queen and the Two. I have 1, 2, 3 major arcana. The Hermit, the Hanged Man, and the Death card. 1 Pentacle, 1 Wand, and 3 Cups. What's underneath the deck? The Four of Wands. Well, let's take a look at these, shall we? The Hermit. Okay, look. Right in the center is this Ace of Wands. So this lets me know that at some point, no matter what this particular situation is about, and I do sense that for some of you, it is a combination of things. It is a combination of what you think, what you have the will and the desire to do, how you feel about it, but also what you're going to do about it. Okay? Swords, Wands, Cups, Coins. This Four of Wands that's over the whole reading is telling me that right now, in a sense, maybe you feel a bit adrift, but not so far adrift that you don't have a handle on the situation. The reason why I say this is we see that one figure has the oar in the water. In other words, at any point in time, if he drifts too far out, he can use his oars to come closer to the shore. Fours typically speak to stable foundations, firm foundations. It speaks to things built up and things having, in effect, kind of solidified in some way. They represent stability and solid things, foundations. But fours can also be the idea of stagnancy, something not moving. We see that they are sitting in the water. This is a couple. That's where it is right now. It's kind of like a leisurely, perhaps kind of a, there is no rush. I'm going to kind of float here in this particular space until I can figure this thing out. But now we have these Two of Swords. Twos always, always, always represent choice, duality, oppositions, okay, crossroads, and decision making. What do? I don't know. I feel that for some of you, maybe you are so caught up in what this thing is that you're trying to decide, what that you kind of feel perhaps maybe lost in the dark. You're trying to search for, it's kind of funny. It's you to find what my guides are. I'm looking at this particular structure here. Not necessarily a home, but some kind of security, four walls, firmness, something solid and concrete. Because right now the situation is that it's not concrete. It's in flux. But it's in flux in a stagnant situation. But then we see this Three of Pentacles come along, and the Three of Pentacles, this is taking a risk. We see these three women standing and talking to each other in front of this racetrack, right? So this is the idea of coming together with perhaps two other people, laying plans. Maybe you're going to pool your money together and you're going to make this bet. So it implies to me that there's the fact that they're at a racetrack, that this is some kind of risk that you're going to be taking. We see with this Ace of Wands here that is a yes. But then we see this Eight of Cups, this idea of trains. Okay, so this is about taking perhaps a journey. This could be even leaving, okay, leaving something behind. We know that's typically what the Eight of Cups represents. But then suddenly, the Hanged Man shows up. So again, there's this idea of this Hermit and this Hangman, kind of, you know, this is a Virgo, Pisces kind of a thing. Virgo rules the 6th house, work, service, and duty to others, but also work, service, and duty to yourself. Pisces rules the subconscious, the unconscious, psychic events, spiritual events, past lives, hidden enemies, the thing that scares you the most, looking at it from a different perspective. But then here's the Death card. So to me, it's this Hanged Man and this Death card together kind of say that in one respect there is a lot of confusion. There is this idea of this situation is so confusing. I can't get to the truth of it, but it speaks to me that something ends, and when this particular thing ends, okay, it also ends that confusion about this leaving, taking the risk to actually leave, to go someplace. It's a transformation of a situation. Now, I don't know if this Page of Cups is a person. In one respect it is. If it is, it's going to be a younger individual. Doesn't necessarily have to be a water sign, but it is someone who comes bearing a cup. Okay. Now, what's in that cup could be anything from something that makes you feel deliriously happy to something that can poison your ass and kill you. Don't know. There's poppies. Those are poppies that he's standing in. So there's this implication that the person is going to come perhaps with a lot of flowery words, perhaps, or this is the message. The message comes in and it seems to be something out of a dream. It's like you're leaving one dream state for another. There he is. I think I don't know if that card's up. Yeah, he was upside down. Wow. It's hard to tell. Yeah, he's upside down. So the Hangman has presented himself upside down. Isn't that funny? So instead of him being underwater like that or looking at his reflection, he's actually seeing himself standing upright. But this time, instead of his head being underwater, it appears as though his waist is underwater. That's interesting. Whatever this message or this news is, it does lead to a new opportunity, a new openness. For some of you, this could literally be the idea. I've seen the Ace of Cups show up when it says that, you know, if you've been struggling financially, that there's good news. Good news. Here it is. There's good news coming in. Okay. Something positive, new finances, new love, a new reset, emotional reset, a new, what do you call it? A purging of the old in order to get something new. But there's something about the fact that this Hanged Man has shown up reversed with this particular death card that kind of doesn't sit right with me. And the Knight of Cups usually is a fickle energy. So this could be somebody promising you the sun, the sky, the moon, the water, everything else, but there's typically never any follow through. This could even be the idea that something surfaces or someone surfaces, someone perhaps that you thought it was over with, who makes a return. This is a Mercury retrograde. So let me, first of all, where's my, I don't even know. Hold on. I don't know where my book is. Let me see if I can find it in here. You know, I really got a home for my cards, but I think I need to make them a new home. Okay. First thing I want to do is take a look traditionally what this Hanged Man reverse may be saying to us. Then I'm going to show you the cards and read you the cards, okay? Then we're going to pull Sibilas on these. So I'm going to give you this traditional meaning first of the Hanged Man, who has presented himself upside down, right side up, whatever the case may be. Okay? It speaks to apathy, dissatisfaction, delusions, trials, selfishness, a lack of effort, and or compromise. Now, perhaps attached to this particular Three of Coins, this taking a risk or joining forces with somebody, may be it. It says, when the Hangman appears reversed in a reading, may be implying that you are preoccupied with mental concerns to the detriment of your spiritual side or your higher self. Here it is. It suggests that you may find it difficult to progress at this time, as you may be acting stubbornly and not compromising. The behavior could result in losses, perhaps even the loss of a friendship. This could be what that is. This is not always that idea that everything's going to go okay. It could be the end of this particular friendship, and that paves the way for perhaps a new friend for either this individual and or yourself. Or it is a new, you know, in the traditional, in the Rider-Waite deck, we see water coming out of that cup. Sometimes that is the act of crying and releasing a bunch of pain. The Hangman reverse may be implying that you are currently surrounded by false securities. Dispel these to enable you to step forward on your path. It suggests an unwillingness to let go and a refusal to see the long-term benefits to be had from a recently presented opportunity. I do feel some of you walked away from this. It tells of a reversal of current situations, either positive or negative. It may be indicating that you are holding on to money due to a fear of loss. It is indicating that material temptation needs to be conquered, and also indicates the overcoming of the ego personality and the transmutation of the lower passions. There's a transmutation. There's the poppy card. It tells of self-sacrifice that brings little or no reward, and thereby feelings of being or even playing the victim. Fear and anxiety caused by your own stubbornness is also indicated. It signifies a lack of purpose and apathy, often coming about through the misguided pursuit of illusory goals and the neglect of one's spiritual well-being. It asks that you reorder your priorities and pursue the most rewarding path. There's that Eight of Cups. It may be indicating that you are fantasizing about the unobtainable. It tells of the ability to forgive feelings of hatred and self-pity and holding on to negative attitudes and mindsets. Fantasizing about the unobtainable. Have you drank the Kool-Aid or have you not? It can represent a person who thinks that they are intellectually superior. It may also tell of self-sacrifice and martyrdom. I know better than anybody. It may be telling of arrogance and a preoccupation with the ego and material matters. Well, there's that Four of Wands, there's that Ace of Wands, there's that Three of Pentacles. But look at what we're losing, this Eight of Cups. This can be a slow departure as well. In a negative setting, the symbolism of this card represents manipulation, passivity, useless sacrifice, and apathy. Again, it's this person. That's traditionally what the cards mean. Now, we're going to take a look at these, the meanings. The keywords here are eloquence, logic, discernment, and objectivity. This person is a loyal defender and friend, but if not, she will not hesitate to cut you down to size. Well, we know that. And sometimes it's not a bad energy, because sometimes, you know, people be acting foolish and you just got to do that. Right? Two of Swords. The keywords are decisions, choice, an impasse, but also a lack of information. It says you face a difficult decision with no hint of the outcome. You'll simply have to choose the lesser of the two evils. And there's nobody here to help you with that. The Hermit card. Insight, introspection, meditation, philosophy, prudence, and deliberation. Now is a good time to venture out alone or lose yourself in a crowd. There it is. But don't fear solitude. You do your best thinking in silence. That's what I say. It's floaty quality to it. Three of Coins. Skill, creativity, talent, ability, and recognition. Compare notes and pay attention to detail. In the process of coordinating your creative efforts with others, you can give structure and form to your dreams. But I feel that many of you are feeling you're having to leave your dream behind, whatever that dream may be. Ace of Wands. I don't think you are seeing this clearly. Energy, drive, fertility, and desire. Just as a single spark can ignite a raging inferno, you are in a position to start something big. You've waited long enough to take the first step. Now it's time for you to harness your creativity and share your light with the world. But here's this Eight of Cups. You know, when we're faced with decisions like this, no matter what they are about, we absolutely have to leave something else behind. We absolutely have to. Otherwise, we can't step into the new. Right? Eight of Cups. This is why I always offer Akashic Records at the end of the year, because people are wanting to make leaps into something new, and a lot of times they can't even identify what that is, but they just know that they can't stay the same way that they are, or things can't stay the same way that they've been. Eight of Cups. The keywords are progress, completion, achievement, and satisfaction. Can you see that card? Here's the meaning. It is time to find your promised land and to claim new territories and explore new horizons. Do not be disappointed by setbacks and postponements. You know, maybe that train is late. Shit, you know, what are you going to do? Turn around and go back? Or are you going to wait and not give up? Let's take a look at this Hanged Man here. When the Hanged Man invites you to join him in his watery realm, don't plunge in head first. Wade in slowly. Test its depths. Once you are comfortably immersed, feel free to dive as deeply as you wish, but be sure to come up for air. Because he's shown up reversed, this tells me that some of y'all just jumped in. Okay? You jumped in and, you know, oh man, I got to change this situation. I got to leave. I'm going to do this. Maybe an offer came along right when you need it and now you've jumped into it. The keywords are reflection, meditation, initiation, solitude, silence, and rebirth. And if that ain't the rebirth card, I don't know what is. Death. Think of something you need to release, let it go, and move on. Commemorate its passing and relegate it to the pages of history. It speaks to endings, beginnings, transformation, liberation, emancipation, and release. Page of Cups. Let me give you the keywords. Kindness, gentleness, romance, and tenderness. When the Page of Cups appears, he brings flowers and champagne. You can bask in the knowledge that you're the object of desire. That is, unless you're allergic to the flowers and you can't drink. Ace of Cups. The keywords are abundance, contentment, pregnancy, and fulfillment. Now, pregnancy, maybe with this Ace of Wands, there's two aces here. I've seen this show up when it speaks to a possible wedding or an engagement and or a commitment. True that. Okay. But it's a possibility. And pregnancy does not always mean just pregnancy. It's the birth of something new, forming, growing. It's a possibility. This is a time for new relationships and new beginnings in affairs of the heart. Their potential is limitless and you will go far. Well, for some of you, yes. For some of you, no. Two, 3, and an 8 with two aces. It's definitely an opportunity for something new, without a doubt. But again, as I say, you know, when we reach for something new, we have to leave something behind. So what I'm going to do, the only cards that I will be able to look at as they relate to these three major arcana cards are going to be the Two of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the 8 of Coins, the Ace of Cups, but also I'm going to look at this Four of Wands here because that's what's over the whole reading. Oh, and I didn't even read you that card. Hold on before I get into the dealio. The Four of Wands. The card says stability, harmony, happiness, and union. The Four of Wands is the card of wedded bliss. It can also herald other family-focused celebrations like bridal showers, bachelor parties, housewarmings, and christenings. But look what's underneath here. The Nine of Swords. And to me, this is that energy. Let me read you this Nine of Swords here. Keywords are nightmares, insomnia, panic, and stress. The Nine of Swords describes long nights filled with darkness and dread. If you can't sleep, get up, turn on the lights, and occupy your mind with something other than fear. I think many of you are doing this all alone by yourself. So I don't know if I I don't know. If you get a message that maybe somebody is getting married. Let's see. Two of Swords. Okay, there's nothing that tells me about the Two of Swords here with the Hermit card. And then I'm going to show, before I actually put the cards down, I'm going to hold up each card. I don't know if I did that already, and show it to you. Maybe I did. I don't know. Let's look at the Three of Pentacles. I'm already over 30 minutes, but whatever. Let's see here. Nothing about the Three of Pentacles. Let's look at this Ace of Wands. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Ace of Wands. With Pentacles and Cups on all sides. Tells you to be happy and cheerful and to look on the bright side of life. It looks like good news is on the way within the following 12 weeks. So have a positive attitude and outlook, and wonderful events and situations will come your way. Well, there you go. We know that this can't be true for everybody, though. Let's look at these cup cards here. These are the ones that, because there's a lot of emotionality involved in this. Eight of Cups with the Hermit. Tells of inner realization and positive self-analysis. Inner joy is your reward. That's what I'm saying. Maybe some of you don't get this. Maybe what this is, this good news that's coming, is that you finally kind of have figured it out. You are asked to move forward in your life and let issues of the past heal. Do not dwell on difficulties, hardships, or perceived barriers, as this will hinder your progress. It shows a realization of potentials, unseen opportunities, and inner joy. Well, you can't beat that with a big stick. Now we're going to look at this Ace of Cups. Two aces often tell of a wedding, at least a commitment. Nothing about the Ace of Cups. I want to go back to this Ace of Wands. Just because it sits in the center here. Okay, so let me see what it says, and then I'm going to give you the other meaning of the two aces. No, it tells me nothing. Ace of Wands next to the Ace of Cups. Okay, so two aces speak to a new partnership. Now, I think I showed you these. I did show you those. Let's pull cards. What I want to look at is this reverse Hangman. You know, I don't know if this is the idea that maybe you might be getting together with somebody because they're able to financially support you, or they're able to offer you perhaps the kind of lifestyle you've only dreamed and fantasized about. I don't know. But you know, things come at a price. Nothing is free. Whether it is on the physical level or the seventh dimension, there's always a cost. The Gran Signore. The dilettanti On top of the damn hangman. Ain't that crazy? Yep. And the dinari. Well, isn't that interesting? So this, we could be talking about somebody who has, who may be trying to dazzle you with their wealth and all of the things that they can offer you. Maybe you're considering it. Okay? I'm not here to pass judgment on you. Maybe this is a person really who's going to come in and help you do all of the things you've ever wanted to do in your life. But maybe not. So we're going to look at this, okay? Page of Cups. That's what we're going to look at. You could also be dealing with somebody who is quite more materially based than spiritually based. Okay? Remember, that's what this card was speaking about. So it may be somebody who is, for all intents and purposes, is the person. It's almost like the person may be too good to be true, and maybe they are, in the sense that once you kind of get to know them, you scratch underneath the surface, because there's something about this person really, I think, that you don't see clearly as of yet, that you might want to be cautious about jumping in so quickly, because the transformation can go for, it can be, you know, like my grandma used to say, from sugar to shit. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at, you know, and maybe it's not your position to help this person through that particular part of their life. You can't change people. People have to want to change. Okay. Desperate jealousy. An excessive attachment to a situation. Now, what is that? Costanza, the unchanging nature of it. Well, there it is. Now, this card could be saying that there might be, there's a rival here. Okay, there's a rival. But at the same time, this card could be saying that you could be your own worst enemy. And that hanging on to whatever this really is about. Oh, but I felt so good. Oh, he offered me this. Oh, we did that. Oh, it was this, it was that. Look, champagne and flowers. That shit could be poppies. And that cup could be poison. So you do have to make a decision about what to do. I'm going to pull cards to see if there is what else could be going on here. Maybe this is the idea that, you know, maybe there was some hanky-panky going on in the past, but you can't seem to forget this rival. It's a constant thing. It never changes, and it overrides this particular message or person or whatever this thing is that this Page of Cups represents. 3 cards, 3 of clubs, 6 of hearts, and the 6 of clubs. Now that's 2 sixes. Okay, there is negativity happening around this situation. Now let's take a quick look, and I'm going to try to give you, to the best of my ability, for a what do you call it, for a general reading. Come on. Interference from a friend could cost you a relationship or cash. Take off the blinders and see the real person. It says it's time to move on to a new path for a second chance at love and happiness, success, and a marriage, a successful marriage and partnership. It is a very long-term proposition, particularly in an economical sense. So, you know, I think you know this, and it may not necessarily be this is your enemy. It could be that is your enemy, and you don't see it for what it is. The Hangman reversed. Six of Hearts. I love these playing cards. I just don't have enough time to spend working with them like I want to, but I am working on it. Where's my Hearts card? Diamonds. There it is. It is time to let go of the past and move forward. Let go of the anger as you are closing your own roads. Watch out for untrustworthy people. Okay? It can speak to a sudden wave of good luck, someone who takes care of you and or takes a warm interest in you. But look, this is fraught with foolishness. Six of Clubs. Now, it says victory and all problems are being moved out of your way. You will have success. Now is the time to step forward and follow your dream. That's twice you've heard that. Okay? It says victory can be yours. It speaks to financial assistance and success. But there's something happening here that I think you need to deal with. And as soon as you actually make the decision, you may be able to move through this. Let me give you just a bit more information, and then if I can, and then we're going to pull an angel answer card on this. This is interesting. Interesting. Okay. 2 6s are contradictions. That's what I'm saying. There's some kind of contradiction here. Now I don't know what that is. That's for you to figure out. Right? So let's see. Where are my clubs? Here we go. The 3 of Clubs indicates temporary unpleasantness. You might be the victim of a calculated snub or some malicious gossip. You may even accidentally cause the unpleasant yourself through your own actions. How you respond to this will determine how serious it ultimately becomes. If you show generosity and forgiveness, the slight will be quickly forgotten, and then you will be able to carry on. If, on the other hand, you allow the matters to get out of proportion, it can become a festering sore that hurts everyone. It's kind of like the same thing we've been talking about. You know, you're blocking your own path. It's the way that you are thinking. You know, it may be that you're hanging on to something that you really shouldn't be hanging on to. If somebody left you for somebody else and you can't get over that, well, you're just wasting energy and time instead of clearing that out and moving on to something else. Let me see. Maybe it's the lifestyle that you miss and not really the person. You know, I'm just a card reader, people. So I really can't say. This shows a steady, slow improvement. It relates to relationships with people that you love. It can be frustrating, but it is a warning against impatient and taking shortcuts. You know, maybe you've been talking bad about somebody behind their damn back. I don't know. Karmic and secular. 6 of Clubs. It shows that your social life will be improving and that you have valuable contacts that can help you in everyday life. Your own home and family life should be more agreeable than in the past. Perhaps because you are becoming more easygoing. You're going to have to ensure your own needs are being met, as this card shows a tendency towards self-sacrifice. So it's kind of the same messages all the way around. There's some things that you've got to work out. So even though you may feel alone and feel all pitiful because you are alone, and you know, maybe it's really, like I said, the lifestyle that the person gave you and not the actual person itself, but yet there's still jealousy there, or an attachment having to do with the fact that maybe somebody offered somebody else this lifestyle, right? You got the oars to the boat. One card. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Wow. That's awesome. If you desire more romance, first look at yourself in a caring and non-critical way, of course. The more you love who you are, the greater your capacity to feel love for others. This means trusting yourself to take good care of you, and it may entail becoming more assertive. Although I don't think this queen has a problem with that. Don't worry, you can still be very lovable while affirming your boundaries. And this is not having any boundaries or trying to encroach on someone else's. Perhaps this means spending some time alone instead of in a relationship. During this period, you can delve into introspection to understand the patterns of your love life. Ultimately, you can take responsibility for attracting and agreeing to every relationship that you've had. You accepted the terms and the conditions. You took the risk, you joined in, and now you have to face the facts. To heal your heart, find the blessing and lessons you've gained from each one. For instance, have you become stronger, more independent, or more patient as a result of your prior relationships? If so, let everything else from the past go except the lessons and the love. This card emphasizes the importance of loving yourself first, especially as you prepare for your next relationship or heal the one you're in. As you gain self-respect, you'll begin attracting more loving people into your life. This will lead to healthy friendships and romances based upon mutual respect. There you are. That's what I have for you. I hope those messages help. I do hope that you will join me on Friday for that live reading that I'm going to be doing around 7 p.m. Friday evening CST. You can sign up for the free newsletter. Click the eye. That'll take you directly over to the website. And that's where I usually make my announcements of things that I'm going to do. Again, I have those products on sale. This is the last week. And then 2018, it's a done deal. So, until next time, namaste.